Chapter 2, Rhythm and Meter, Musical Time. So we use the words rhythm and meter and beats. So let me just talk about those. Everybody knows about the beat of music, right? And it's what how you tap your toe to it, right? And it just like, or you nod your head, right? You feel the urge to pulse with the music. And so those are the beats of the music. And so here, if I have beats like this, there's no meter being showed, and we would say that's non-metric, right? We can hear beats, but there's no organization of the beats. But if I do this, because there are strong beats and weak beats, now we can say they are organized in groups. What are the groups here? It's three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we would say the meter is 3. And if we do it like this, again, we have meter because the beats are organized, in this case, 4. So we'd say the meter is 4. Regarding downbeats and upbeats, if you would just move your hand like this, up and down, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up. That is, we're talking about downbeats and upbeats. Every time your hand is down, it's a downbeat. If it comes up, it's an upbeat. Regarding different types of meters here, it says simple meter and then compound meter. What is the difference between that? Simple meter is meter that always is divided into 2 parts, right? So like if it's 1 and 2 and 1 and that's duple meter, and we say the meter is 2. If I say 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, and that's again simple meter in 3. Quadruple simple meter, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and simple meter and 4. Compound meter, we divide that beat into 3 parts rather than 2. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each big beat is divided into 3. It could be like this. And it actually has 9 beats, but they're in groups of 3, and it has 3 big beats that are divided into 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. And we say that's compound meter. And I already told you about offbeats. Syncopation is when you take where you expect a strong beat to occur and you replace it with a weak beat, right? So typically a downbeat and an upbeat are not the same, right? So if I let's do it this way, right? I'm just going to so I left out a strong beat and replaced it with nothing, which is obviously a very weak beat. So that's what syncopation is. Another way to think about it is if I was dividing in duple meter, like a measure of 4, so we 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm putting a space where you expect a strong beat and there's nothing there. And so that's a syncopation. That's a syncopation, right? There's you would normally think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3. So I'm moving that downbeat to an upbeat. And so on the downbeat, you expect something strong, and it's not there. It's on the upbeat. And it's like, wow, that's cool. So that's syncopation. So again, non-metric means that you can hear beats, but you can't hear a strong beat and a weak beat. So I think I've already gone over this. Now, we use the word measures and bars, right? A measure is simply a visual picture of, it's a picture of how the beats are organized, right? So we call it the bar line. So I don't have a piece of music to show you, but it's every, if it's in 3, then this shows counts 1, 2, 3, then there's a bar line. And then, is there music here someplace? No, there's not. So that's what we mean by bar lines. Because they'll say, go to the next bar, and they really mean the next measure, because each measure has to have a bar line, right? A bar line at the beginning, a bar line at the end. So if you have 2 measures, you have 3 bars, 1 bar, 2 bar, and the end bar. Vertical line designates measures. We talked about accents and downbeats, simple meters, compound meters, triple meters. Here they're saying, and you can count this in different ways, like they're saying 1 and 2, and that's 2 main beats that are divided into 3s. So that's compound meter, compound duple meter, right? Because it's 2 big beats per measure, but each of the big beats is divided into 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's compound duple meter. This is showing you a visual, right? Mathematical relationships. So here you have this arch, and then really it's like 2 arches, right? And then if you look over here, how these windows fit into every so many arches. And this is kind of like whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and they're just divisions into smaller parts. Again, the word polyrhythm is meaning that you have many rhythms at the same time. Gamelan music, we're going to talk about that and hear drum ensembles from examples of music for this. This is a visual that in nature, the spiral leaf pattern. And do you know this spiral as a mathematical formula based on Fibonacci? Do you know about Fibonacci, the mathematician who lived in the 1100s? And in the town of Pisa, he saw them building the Tower of Pisa. Anyway, if you don't know about Fibonacci, you should find out about him. Usually in the math books, in the glossary, they have information about Fibonacci. It's but he has an explanation of mathematically of this spiral, and it is found in nature, many examples of it. Additive rhythms are where you take different meters and you combine them, right? So it says a large pattern like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it adds up to be 8. And then so that's a repeating pattern. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 6, 7, 8. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Okay, so typical of Indian, not American Indian, but from India, we'll have some examples of this. Again, non-metric, and we're going to study the first music from the Middle Ages in the Christian church is non-metric. These are examples of music that show you the different meters, and I'm not going to do that. Syncopation, swing low, sweet chariot. That starts with a syncopation. Rather than saying swing low, it's swing low, sweet chariot. So that's syncopation. Okay, back to this slide. I guess I should say that this would be like two. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, right? One, and two, and dun, dun, dun. One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Duple meter and triple meter. My country, 'tis of thee. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And anyway, there's we'll have more examples of it. So that's the end of chapter 2 about rhythm and meter. Okay, this time